Hey there, folks. Welcome to their Stu's Game Reviews live stream. Hope everyone is doing well today. It is June 13th, I guess Friday the 13th. I guess I didn't think of that in advance. I should play a scary game or something, but it didn't occur to me, so sorry about that. You know what? Dare to Dream would have been really good. Maybe. Actually, I'm not sure how scary that is either. But anyway, it's Friday the 13th. Happy Friday, everybody, as they say. It's 6 p.m. Eastern, so it's, I guess, a little bit earlier on the West Coast. A lot of craziness going on in this world today, but we're not going to focus on any of that. We're going to play some games. What I have here is this cassette tape. This is ASCII newsletter, and on the back it says, ASCII for the TRS-80, issue January 81. This is apparently one of those cassette magazines, like we played C-Load magazine on this channel a whole bunch of times. This is not C-Load, obviously. It's different to Competitor, which I never heard of before. I did some searching about it, and it's mentioned there's a couple of ads in Creative Computing Magazine. Hey, Stars Manny, how's it going? There's a couple of ads in Creative Computing Magazine, but aside from that, it's not really mentioned anywhere on the internet, and I don't think there's any information on how many issues there were. This is not the first one, I'm pretty sure. I think it came out in 1980, but I don't know how long it ran. And none of them were dumped as far as I can tell. This is the first one that maybe has been located in a while. And if anybody is watching this and has some more copies of ASCII magazine, excuse me, I would definitely be interested. So contact me and let me know. But for now, we're going to check this one out here. You see there's two sides, the issue and then there's newsletters. We'll start with the issue side and check that out, see where it goes. And let me load this up. Just play on the recorder and type in our favorite command. That's not it. C-Load. Sergeant, how you doing? I got a tissue all of a sudden. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Hang on a sec. Sorry about that. Hey, Jim, how's it going? Actually, Jim, you reminded me, just when you joined, that I also was thinking of showing that Troll's Tale thing. Maybe at the end of the stream I'll do that. Depending on how long the stream is. I don't think it's going to be that long. Starman says, I missed the first couple of minutes. This is basically C-Load magazine. It's very similar to C-Load magazine. I don't know if the quality level is the same, but this is like the cover. Let's just go for it. I think I will. So it's like, space view. Like, he shot that thing, and it says ASCII. I think this takes a little bit too long. I guess maybe if you back in 1981, people were like, "Oh my God, this is an amazing effect! Look at this star field on the screen. Look how cool this is." Presents. So ASCII presents. How you doing today, Jim? How's everything going? ASCII presents a percent sign. January. I feel the next one's going to be 1981. Yeah, it does look like that Star Pilot game, except that game was less boring than this because you get to control it. So right now I'm not doing anything. 1981's. So ASCII presents January 1981's issue, maybe? It's like, it must be like flying around in space because the stars keep moving. Space themed issue, I guess. Could be better, says Jim. Try to find purpose. Have you watched the Loki show? Glorious Purpose issue. Now we're in the space lanes or something. ASCII January 1981. Space Gallery. Space War. Space Track. Space Blockade. The ASCII newsletter. And the puzzle program. And then it just cycles through this. So that's basically the first. This is the cover. I think they could have done a little better job, but let's and a lot of these sound like retreads of previous programs that we've seen before. So ASCII magazine may not be as good as C-Load magazine. I'm assuming it's not. That's why we've never heard of it. But all these things are written in BASIC, by the way. Not a very long file there. And let's load the next part of the cassette, which I think is Space Gallery. Yeah, I don't know why. I hope everything is well, Jim. Mike probably should not try to find purpose. It's I have too much purpose, and then I get like analysis paralysis trying to figure out what exactly to do because I want to do like everything. But I thought when I played that Sargon game the other day, Sargon 3, that the reason I got my ass beaten so bad was because I had the cycles of DOSBox set up to 3,000 cycles. So I played it again with the cycles set like at 350 cycles, and it still beat me. So I guess that theory is not accurate. But it could be partially because I don't like the graphical display, and it's like hard for me to think in that way. But the real reality is probably just it's better than me by a lot. I mean, it's embarrassing that a program from 1983 can kick my butt so badly, but I guess computers will always be better than humans in chess, especially this human. I'm certainly not like a master chess player or anything like that. But yeah, here's that original disc of Sargon. All right, let's play here. Let's see what this is. This was Space something, I forget. Space Gallery. Copyright 1980 by ASCII. Space Gallery is a space-type shooting gallery. In this game, you must destroy the alien spaceships as they come across the screen. I hope they mean as they move across the screen. The alien spaceships move at one of three speeds. The faster the alien goes, the more points it is worth. In addition, the higher up the alien is, the more points it is worth. The other variable in the value of the ship is the speed of your shot. You may shoot at 9 different speeds, using numbers 1 to 9. The slower your shot, the more points the alien is worth. Okay. You only fire one shot at a time. Start the game if you have 5 bases. They look like this. Just above you is your right line. This is your protection. You may shoot through it, but then there's no longer there to protect you. In addition, the aliens fire back at you, and their shots will first damage your protection. Afterwards, their hit will destroy your base. In the lower right-hand corner of the screen, it says "Free Base." That's what you have to score to gain an addition base. Additional base. When this point is reached, you're credited with another base, and new number is appointed to be your goal for another free base. How many bases you have left is in the... I don't know why there's always typos in these games, by the way. It's like, I can code, but I can't, like, this English language is too hard for me. How many bases you have left is in the lower left-hand corner. The white box on both sides say how much the ship will be hit if you hit it. From time to time, the word wall will appear instead of a number. If you hit the alien, your protection will be restored. If question marks appear... I don't understand this. It'll be a mystery score. Okay. To move, use the Q to go to the left and E to go to the right. Movement is constant. You may not stop at any time. If you crash to a wall, you're bounced off the opposite direction. Okay. Good luck. Oh, okay. Alright, so I can control this guy here. I see left and right. Okay. How do I... Okay, shoot through there. I'm actually hit by accident. Nope, not close. That was a number 5 shot. That's pretty slow. Which is the faster shot? 9? What happened to that spot? Oh my god, that's the slowest one. Oh my god. Oh my god. How would I... Why would anybody shoot that? Oh my god. And I can't shoot another one because it's on the screen. How come that shot from the first guy didn't blow up that second guy? Oh man, this is like deadly. Alright, now I can shoot again. So 1 is the fast one? Yeah, I got something. These guys will go fast. This is hard. Look how big and wide my ship is, by the way. I suck. I'm like, this is like a. Yes! That was also my one. Right, it is possible to hit things, but I'm only using the fast speed because I think it's pointless otherwise. So even with the fast speed, you can't hit those things up there. Free base 4,000. I couldn't hit that either. Oh, what a waste. What's the point of the things on the left and the right? Those boxes. I didn't even try. I didn't do that on purpose. That was an accident. So if I would have hit it, I would have gotten 75. That's what it's showing me. I got 40 for hitting that guy. Where's my score? Oh, it's at the top. 293. I shot a 6 at that one to get more points. Oh, damn, that sucked. Alright, so you gotta decide like what speed to do. That's the only speed I can move left and right because yeah. Oh, you see that? I only had 418 points. I need 4,000 to get a free base. This game is horrible. Hey, look how slow I move. I'm like a sitting duck. I actually got some points. What's the point of shooting that? I like the slowest bullets in the world. I missed it because it's hard to judge too. Like his slowest speed is like my speed. I can't move any faster than they move. That slowest guy moves. When somebody comes to the bottom like this, like there's no way they can't hit me, because I can't move it to dodge out of the way. Like how can I avoid that? I'm like literally like just a sitting duck. Why did I even bother? Shoot. Still almost got hit. Damn it. Trying to work out his different speed bullets. I think it's supposed to be slowdown or something. I think they slow down when you should put another projectile in the air. It's a very poorly like programmed game, as far as I can tell. Oh, why is there different speed bullets from me? It's because I have 10 different speed bullets. But you're saying like, why does that make any sense? Because if you're asking why it makes any sense, I guess I would agree it makes no sense. But that's the way it's set up. Game over. To start the next game, hit any key. This game is really bad, in my opinion. It's not fun to play at all. So I'm not going to hit the next any key. I'm just going to abort. Oh, that was interesting. I guess the first time I hit any key, it hit escape. It took it as an any key. Why would anyone want that? I have no idea. I mean, that's horrible in my opinion. All right, let's load the next game. Let me turn my air conditioner on. One sec. It's hot in here. Back. So far, not too great. Hey, Retro Engine, how's it going? Retro Engine says, based on that game, surprised video games ever took off. I think in 1981, like, everybody thought video games would be a fad anyway, so. So I was going to say, what I was saying before was that I found, well, somebody that I know acquired looked like some old code of an old Sierra game, and there's like some demo test code and you can see some pictures from the game and stuff like that, so I might show that at the end. Alright, let's run Space Wars. YouTube? Space Wars by David Koransky. Whatever that is. Space Wars is a two-player game in which each controls their own battle cruiser. One player ship is identified with a plus, the other with a star. This is basically Space War, it sounds like. Both ships begin the game with 2,000 units of energy and laser weapons to use as wisely as its commander sees fit. Well, that's not good grammar, but okay. The main computer provides a galactic map of the area and an update on the amount of energy left to both opponents. To maneuver the spacecrafts, the controls are set up relative to the commands as follows. Okay, so you need 2 people for this. EFDs. Come on. EFDS. I didn't mean to press a button. IJK. Okay, I get it. The object of the game is to maneuver into proper position and decrease your enemy's available energy to nothing using the weapon system. Laser weapons are fired at a range of 20 space in the direction the ship is moving, but only when the ship is moving. Hey, sorry, Tomato. I remember what you said before, but I didn't remember who said it. Generating the lasers requires 20 units of energy to be taken from the available energy. In contact with an enemy ship's deflectors, the lasers absorb from 20 to 200 units of its available energy. The lasers strike a star, and the lasers absorbed by the star. When they reach the edge of the galaxy, they continue to the next galaxy. Commence battle, hit any key. So basically, this is just Space War. So I could just, like, maneuver this guy here. And then just shoot him. Like, it only works when I'm moving. And we can have this guy shoot some too. I don't think they crash. Nothing, they just go through each other. How come we didn't go to the next galaxy? Yeah, it looks like Space War, not Space War, but yeah. It's the Spaceballs. What'd you guys think of the did anybody see the new Spaceballs trailer that dropped? Come back here, what are you doing? Kamikaze death attack! Too far away. Oh no. I'm pressing both the buttons. Oh, he's -20 and he's still firing. Oh, he lost. I guess he died. It's just play the game. So if you run out of energy, you're dead. Yeah, that was not a very good game. Like Stars Manny. I guess we're confusing Star Tomato and Stars Manny. Stars Manny had a good review just now. You're an LOL. What a load of crap. I think that's pretty accurate. All right, let's try the next one. Actually, hold on. Did I type it? Did I type in new? I think I broke it. Hold on. Oh, it's still going. Never mind. So the next one is Space Trek. I guess it's going to be some kind of Star Trek game. As Always Asleep would say. Is this a Star Trek game? Let me minimize this window. Put this over here. This is a Star Trek game. I bet you it's going to be a Star Trek game. So Retro Engine, Star Tomato, how you guys doing today? How's everything going? I'll wait for this thing to load. Manifold Garden? What does that mean? I got so much stuff here I'm waiting to test out. It's a crazy doing that game. Is that a game? When did that game come out? Oh yeah, nobody said anything about the Spaceballs trailer. What do you guys think about that? Did anybody see that? Apparently, like Mel Brooks released a trailer for the. Not really a trailer because there's no actual like acting in it. I think it's just an intention to make a movie. It's coming out in 2027. Well, also, no, I didn't find out about that Stars Man. I don't know. He never told me what he's talking about. Also, something did happen that was interesting. I don't know if you guys remember, like this past year on Halloween, I streamed a demo for this game called Ghosts, an FMV game that dropped. The demo dropped, and the game was kickstarted. It's supposed to, and I backed the Kickstarter. It's supposed to come out this year. And so I streamed this demo on Halloween, and the demo was really, really, really short, and we were all disappointed because it was short, like very short. And then someone today like posted a comment on that video that said, "It's crazy that this game is now permanently canceled, and this is the only gameplay of this game that exists anywhere." That's what somebody wrote like a few hours ago, and I was just like, "What? It's been canceled?" And this is and how can that be? This is the only gameplay that exists anywhere. But that's what someone said. I found that interesting. I didn't realize it finished. Sorry about that. Space Trek, copyright 1980 by ASCII by Michael Johnston. How do you pronounce that? Commands. W to warp out of a quadrant. Type W followed by the X and Y coordinates of the quadrant you like to go to. They raised millions of dollars. I don't think it was that much, but let me check. Hold on a second. Ghosts FMV Kickstarter. So they raised £183,000. It's quite a bit of money. I don't see anywhere that it says that it's canceled, but it says it's published by Limited Run Games, planned to come out in 2025. But I wonder if like somebody, if it was like just maybe mentioned on Twitter today or something. I don't know. Yeah, I can't find anything about it. That's what someone wrote on my channel anyway. Hey, always asleep. Always just. I prefer the Rescue of Pop's Ghostly. That's really funny. I have that over here somewhere. I think. Yeah. I didn't even open it. I bought the original tape because I wanted to digitize it, but I never got around to it. Rescue of Pop's Ghostly. There's like a blast from the past. That's really funny. Sounds like a lot to Stars Manny. That's enough to play 3 programmers for a year. Yeah, I guess. Hey Luis, how's it going? Sorry, Tomato. I was threatening you to play UFOs? What UFOs? I don't remember what you're talking about. Alright, sorry, let's read this again. W is to warp out of a quadrant. Type W followed by the XY coordinates of the quadrant you'd like to go to. S to raise the level of your shield. Type S followed W. This is like the Star Trek game. Which game called UFOs? The one by H plus A? T to fire to photon torpedo. The torpedo is fired in the direction you're facing. The torpedo will destroy anything in its path. Okay. Yeah, I do want to play that. P fires phaser the same restriction of the photon torpedoes. Takes several hits to destroy a Klingon. Each phaser fire uses up 300 units of energy. X used to cancel the warp drive shield. It sounds like a very basic version of the Star Trek game. The ships, that's the Enterprise. That's a Klingon battlecruiser. That's a starbase. That's a star. Continuity key. To navigate within a single quadrant, use the arrow keys. Running into any object other than a starbase will result in the destruction of the Enterprise. Running into a starbase is considered docking. Your engine will be replenished, your ship repaired. Klingons will move and fire at will, so be on the lookout. If a Klingon fires you, their shields down, the Enterprise will be destroyed. You may hide behind stars and starbases to avoid being fired at. When you are hit with U shields up, The shields will be weakened, and there are many possible damages to be done to your ship. If your energy drops below zero, the energy from U shields... If your energy drops below zero, the energy from U shields will automatically become available energy. Oh, okay. Do this manually, hit L. Hey, St. Gamers Grotto, how's it going? Always Asleep. Is this a Star Trek game? On the right-hand side of the screen is your galactic map. The way to read the map is, the first digit is how many Klingons are in the quadrant, the second digit is how many starbases there are in the quadrant, the third digit is how many stars in the quadrant. Examples. Okay. There are 10 levels of play. 1 is the easiest and 10 is the hardest. Difficulty is reflected in how many Klingons you have to destroy and how many starbases are available for you to use. So there's no time limit in this game? I hope not. I can hit any key. It's definitely 1. Use 6... Oh, no. See, it's bullshit. Use 6.6 star dates to accomplish your mission. I'd say it's going to take me 6.6 star dates just to remember how to play. Okay, so there's a Klingon to the right of me. I use the arrow keys, it said. Okay, at least doesn't like make me keep going. I put my... This is crazy. Oh, wait, I have to use warp drive, I forgot. Alright, so warp. Coordinates 3, 6. Is that how you do it? 3. What the fuck just happened? Oh, I pressed 3, 3. I didn't mean to do that. But look how the Stargate is like just like ticking up. It didn't. I sort of showed on the screen. It didn't. So I just like got confused. What the fuck? I pressed S for I pressed S for shields and it didn't do anything. Do you see that crap? Okay, what are you guys saying here? Please don't encourage the arcade, Stu. This could be the new Star Trek game. It takes 6.6 star rates for Captain Kirk to finish a sentence. Why does you look like a weird? Bad counting confirmed. All TRS-80 space games are 70% asterisk. What kind of crap is that? I guess I gotta put the shields up before I go anywhere. The best Star Trek game played so far was that Wind Trek game, where at the beginning, like Uhura talks and it goes doo-doo! That was fun. All right, shields. So now it's the energy shields. Last time I didn't get a chance, didn't ask me that. Just they had the Klingon just run across the screen and shoot me. That's horseshit. It's probably not enough energy either. Alright, the combo doesn't matter. You just press like 2 numbers. Oh my god. He's right on top of me. Turn around, you son of a bitch. He's like humping me in the butt. What's going on here? He's raping me. What? Finally, I turned. Oh my god. Alright, I shot a torpedo at him. He's dead. I don't know what the hell just happened. Hey, Blake Rice, how's it going? How can I... This is crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, I mean to warp. It was an accident. Alright, my shields are down to 727. For that Star Trek FPS I played? Oh yeah, the Klingon one, that was horrible. But I will play it again at some point. See if I can just beat this simplified version of Star Trek. I'm in the easiest possible mode. How does the Klingon run to me at like 100 miles an hour? How is he so much faster than me? He's like, now he's going to the wall. He's just flying into the wall, the Klingon. He's really stupid. Come on. And I can't move. Okay, finally I moved. Go, you bastard! Oh my god. Get up there! Okay. Let's try coordinates 7,2. The Klingon's really dumb. Calragon's the wine again. That's funny. Nothing there. Let's go to 7,5. So we got to go to 8,4. Up there, that's what she said. Is he going to fly to the star now or something? No, he's going to go that way. Yeah. Single destroyed. I waited till he showed up and then I just shot a torpedo right down his pipe there. Alright, warp 7,7. Up to the below me there's Klingons. Warp to 8,7. And then I'll read all the comments. Turn. Wait till he flies right up your butt and then shoot him. Shoot! I don't know how he gets like 1 million turns for each one of my turns. Kids don't watch the stream. This is not safe for work. It's not my fault. Please use protection. Protection received. Get up there. That's what she said. That's funny. Jim Leonard, go for it. Is Jim Leonard like still there? Alright, let's warp to 8,8. Turn. Why am I facing the wall? Turn. Oh my god, you stupid bastard. Starting at 2. I know, we got till 6 point something. There's only 3 Klingons left, so it should definitely be enough time as long as it doesn't crash. Oh, I can't move anymore. What happened? Did it break? What the hell's going on? I think it broke. It stopped counting up the time. Or it's like frozen, like in the loop or something. Let's give it a second, see if it wakes up. Hello, computer. Come on, man. Alright, you know what, it's funny because I was all ready to say this is the first time that I've ever been in one of these Star Trek games, but obviously it wasn't meant to be because it just wants to not work. I can't believe this crap. Well, nothing I can do. Looks like it's dead. What a great program. That didn't help either. Alright. That was Space Trek. What a great game, guys. What kind of crap? All these games seem like they were written like by amateurs. Now, let's try the next one. Space Blockade. It sounds like Snake, and I hope it's not Snake. Oh, boy. System reset. Yeah, I mean, I should have done that, actually, but I should... You know what? Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. How you doing today, Blake? Reminds me, I want to play the Blake 7 game. Wow, you were in the continue command after all these years. Use difficulty 10? No, I don't think so. I couldn't even handle difficulty 1. I mean, what kind of weird... Like, that was so weird, by the way. It's like, you warp into space, like, you're here, the Klingon's here, and the Klingon goes like... I was like, right, like, what was that? And then, like, I'm against the wall, and I couldn't get out. Like, what's going on there? That was messed up. I'm sorry. It's not my fault that it's not suitable for children. I didn't write the game. Oh boy. They cheat with their ship. I just think it's poorly programmed. I don't think it was done by anybody who understands programming that well. Remember, no cheating. Oh, I'm not trying to cheat. I think the instructions are more fun than the game, by the way. Space Blockade, copyright written by Roy Grabois, something like that. I don't know. Your assignment. You are hereby, that's not spelled right, ordered to command the GSS ASCII in order to destroy the Galactic Union's fiercest enemies. To move your ship, TYU, great, GHVBN. You appear as a hash mark, which can move all directions using the key at the left. As you move, you're trailed by a thick white line. The substance making up this line is a chemical which will immediately dissolve your ship, therefore killing you instantly, so keep off it. This is just Snake, basically. The enemy. Your two enemy ships are represented as follows. The Starphonians. Only one of these ships appear at a time. More appear as they get destroyed. And the Plusonians, original names. There are many of them around at once, but are almost always invisible. They become visible only when a Starphonian ship has been destroyed, but will be invisible again shortly after. It's supposed to be a period, I'm assuming. Although they are invisible, they can still be destroyed. Stars Man, says, the longer the instructions, the more unplayable the game is. Yeah, probably. Weapons. Your weapons consist only of the white chemical which trails you as you move. Just rise over the enemy ships and the chemical destroys them. It's just Snake. They're just trying to make it sound like a space game. If you reach the outside border of the universe, you'll be lost forever. When the universe is almost white, or the enemy is out of reach, you can push the space bar. It'll send you through hyperspace to another universe, free from all chemicals but not enemies. There's one catch. The space baz works only once. 3 points for each star you destroy, 1 point for each plus. Bonus. When you hit 150 points, you'll have to go through hyperspace 1 extra time. You request at any key. I better hit the space bar by accident. How fast? I guess I'll pick 5. I don't know. What a crazy freaking control scheme. I can go diagonally? Oh my gosh. But there's like, it doesn't... I just grow and grow and grow infinitely. What happened? What? Oh, I see. For a second I was able to... Okay, I ate an invisible thing. I don't know how I was supposed to see that. I'm fucked. Let me try that again. I mean, if your thing never gets smaller, then this is like impossible. How come there's like such a huge gap? What? You know what? This game is horrible. I'm sorry. Like the worst Snake game I've ever played. I'm sorry, guys. This sucks. This really sucks. Alright. Let's try the next thing, which is the newsletter part. Oh my god. Luis, I'm just really disappointed that it's so bad. You're supposed to eat the pluses, Stars Manny. But I ran to the wall because even though like I was timing it, I somehow still hit the wall. Because probably the response was delayed. I feel like all these games these are like probably old rejects from CeeLo Magazine. It's probably like, hey, CeeLo Magazine, I got this great game. It's like, I'm sorry, but like, your game is just too shitty to be in CeeLo Magazine. But there's there's tons of shitty games. Yeah, I know, but like, yours is even worse than all the ones that are published. So, but you could try ASCII Magazine down the road. They publish garbage all the time. Like, oh, thanks, man. Like, yo, is this ASCII magazine? Like, you got anything? We'll take anything. We'll take anything. I feel like that's what we just dealt with just now. Because, again, this is, for the people who came late, this is the only issue of this that exists, the only copy of the only issue that's known at this point. If anybody has any other issues of this ASCII magazine, please let me know. But I don't think anybody has any right now. So, I mean, and to be fair, like, I don't think we're missing anything either. So far, I'm not super impressed by this thing, but this is for posterity, so. That Diet Coke just hits the spot. You have issues but no magazine. I think we all have issues. Avoid those pulses. And now, ASCII issued at January 21, the ASCII newsletter. Table of contents. So let's read this thing. ASCII notes, our company is expanding quickly. Last month we proudly said we were getting national recognition. Now we're receiving, spelled wrong, international attention. Currently, what the hell, 8% of our, why is there a zero there? Currently 8% of our orders come from abroad. Which broad is it? Is it the same broad? 8%, I'm sorry. We received, against, is that how you spell it? I don't know. We received a citation from the Weston Research Institute. They complimented us for quality and excellence. Yeah. Also, Educational Technology Magazine wrote about us. We received... I'm sure that's how you spell received. Isn't it I before E except after C? We received favorable reviews from such publications as the Chicatrog News. The Chicatrog News. The 80 Software Critique is currently reviewing our product. More news next month. I'm sorry, but the quality of this is not very high. If you own a Model 3, please tell us so we can specially prepare your cassette. Although the Model 1... Yeah, I see. I knew they spelled it wrong. Although the Model 1 and Model 3 are compatible, there are still some differences. This newsletter will soon be available on paper. As of February 1981, you'll be able to get a copy from ASCII Department N. Please specify which months. The Model 1, levels 1 and 2, will no longer be made. This is most likely your computer. Radio Shack says the Model 3 will take its place. ASCII is available for those with the Model 3. We'll also continue making our Model 1 product. Since November, we've terminated the use of certified C20 cassettes. Now, sorry, I don't have too much soda. Now ASCII uses new certified C30 cassettes. In addition, we now use a short leader between programs to conserve tape. Comments, questions, articles, programs, we like them all. Please send to ASCII, Department C, P.O. Box 516, Valley Street, New York. That's very close to here. I wish I could, I mean, it's 2 minutes of P.O. Box. I wish I could show up at some guy's house and be like, hey, are you the guy behind ASCII magazine? Or call that number, which also, it's a Long Island number. This is Long Island, New York. I wonder if that number still works. New York's Big Show. The 4th Annual National Small Computer Show at the New York Coliseum, spelled wrong also, I think, was a worthwhile and memorable experience. It took place October 30th, November 1st, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Really interesting. Thursday, Friday, and Sunday? No Saturday? In between lectures by such people as David All from Creative Computing Magazine from Morristown, New Jersey, and run-ins with Scott Adams, the author of Adventure Games, awesome guy, I noticed many low prices for many computer-oriented products. Printers, digital memory kits, extra 16K, and software were all available at reasonable price. They're all the same price, I guess. The show had its oddities, as computer shows often do. There was some kind of circular graph printer and programs that generated music expected from a fine orchestra. The TRS-80 dominated the floor. Most booths were demonstrating products or selling products that a TRS-80 owner could use. Many apples could also be seen. One of the most interesting points of the show was the diversity of the crowd. There were children, students, executives, and small business men. How small were the people? They were like 5 foot, or... There was also a population of those who had no knowledge of the computer field and were there just to marvel at the technology available. The show was fairly large, period, -- not so big that I could get lost, but big enough so that I didn't see all the booths, no period. If I were to rate this show on the basic 1 to 10 scale, it would receive a solid 6.5 minus. Great. The puzzle page. Instead of printing a bunch of puzzles, this month I know, I was thinking the same thing stars me. I was going to say it, but I didn't say it. It's like, it had children, women, businessmen, all white, of course. That's what I was thinking in my head. It's, instead of printing a bunch of puzzles, he's probably done something special. Tim Knight wrote a program called Scrambler. It's educational and pretty challenging. It can be found for the last part of the newsletter. To press play, hit the space bar to see the next exciting part of the ASCII newsletter. Repeat this procedure after each part to see the following part. Let's do that. Hang on one second, guys. I thought someone was talking to me, but I was incorrect. So let's see, what are you guys saying here? You can put in your will, son. I suffer all these games. Now it's your turn with love, Dan. That's terrible, Louise. I still have about 1,000 magazines left to read. Stu, please don't become the Unabomber. Coliseum was spelled wrong, apparently. What is this, a blog? It's a gossip cassette. The puzzle page of the ASCII magazine is a part of the children's TV show The Puzzle Place on PBS Kids. I don't think so, because this came out in 1981, so I doubt it. Tells people to cram it. We got the stream fired up here. That's funny. The classified ad should be interesting. Voices. Yeah, I thought someone was talking to me, but I mean, whoever it was, that we're just passing through, I think. Anywho, yeah, let's see what the next part of this is. I think this is, I mean, I find this a little bit interesting. If it was like super long, I wouldn't bother to read it, but obviously this is not a ton of text here. It takes so long to load. I mean, imagine you, like, it's funny because also they said, like, we're going to pre-printing this on paper. Like, what a concept, printing on paper. I mean, like, that's what they should have done to begin with. That's what CeeLo Magazine did. Like, they had, like, the games were on the cassette, and then they also give you a piece of paper. That reminds me, did I win that snipe? Hang on a sec. Shit! Sorry. You know what? I haven't won any like bids lately. It's like, I feel like right after people get their tax refund, like they spend like crazy on eBay, and I can't win anything. There was an auction on eBay for Chromosette magazine, which is the TRS-80 Coco version of C-Load, and I hang on a second. Sorry about that. So, somebody auctioned off the Chromosette magazine, a whole bunch of them. Now, I have all the cassettes already, but they also had the newsletters, the papers, and it was a whole bunch of them. So I sort of really wanted it, but unfortunately I didn't win it. It seems like it doesn't matter like how much I bid. I can't win an auction. And not only that, but like I'm always the second highest bidder. So like there's some guy out there who like is like, screw it, I'm gonna pay. I'll be homeless. I'll eat like beans the rest of my life, or like, you know, rice or whatever. But like I'm gonna get that shit like no matter what. So, but I'm telling you, always asleep. It's this time of year that I can't win anything. It's like people are just like, money, thanks U.S. government. Now to buy some retro games. I'm not even kidding. Like literally. So, jeez. intermission trailers and snacks time. Yeah, I should have hit the button for, like, putting in an ad. All right, let's read this. TRS-80's Pocket Computer. Radio Shack has set the stage for the 80s with its latest innovation, the Pocket Computer, also called the piece of garbage. This machine is without a doubt a big little breakthrough. Breakthrough is one word. As is a little big breakthrough, as is claimed. It can be an enjoyable source of entertainment if you're a moron. It can perform chores necessary in the business world, such as filing a stock portfolio or calculating engineering problems. The catalog instruction manual is written clearly in an easy-to-understand fashion. Someone who has not been exposed to computers before this manual can easily learn the operation of the pocket computer. Who would want to? There are many advantages to the machine. First of all, it's quite portable and can fit in the palm of one's hand, as it measures 11/16 of an inch by 2 inches by 6 7/8 inches. Secondly, considering its programming potential, the fee is nominal, only $249. That's what the guy who bought the Chromaset things I wanted, that's what he thought too. He's like, oh, this price is nominal. It's okay for me to pay twice as much as everybody else, whatever. Additionally, programs stored in the memory will remain there even with the power off. The real power comes from its ability to run programs, either those written by the owner or programs written by Radio Shack. The computer operates in BASIC. It can be programmed to do almost any of the smaller jobs. I should have got a Gamer's Grotto on this stream. It can be programmed to do almost any of the smaller jobs that the TRS-80 microcomputer can do. It must be mentioned that the Pocket Computer has no graphic capabilities and can display only one line of text at a time. Another feature of the Pocket Computer is the optional cassette. Gamer's Grotto was like, hell to the no, I ain't reading this crap. Another feature of the Pocket Computer is the optional cassette interface, which can store programs and data. Available already are 8 software packages, each including a comprehensive but easy-to-understand manual. All the packages require the cassette interface and compatible cassette recorder. The contents of these packages range from games, business programs, and math drills, while the prices range from $14.95 to $24.95. Before I conclude, I feel it is necessary to inform those interested that although one need not be an expert to operate the little marvel, I think you should have a reasonable amount of knowledge before making a purchase. One should also have a need for the computer so as not to have his capabilities go to waste, which it will. If one is interested only in the entertainment aspects of the computer, there are other products more suited for that purpose. I agree. To sum up, I feel the TRS-80 Pocket Computer certainly has much to offer the computer-oriented consumer, and it's worth a look, especially since they gave me one for free, since I told them that I run this magazine that I have 5 people subscribed to. Here's the classified section. It's free to subscribers. Subscribers have to pay, but subscribers get to use the classified section for free. For sale, only 500 bytes of RAM, says Stars Manny. 500 bytes of gossip. If you want to read blogs, you should try mine. Blake Rice, are you an AI? What you're saying is pretty funny. There were packaging unboxing streams. Yeah, unfortunately not. For sale, the Radio Shack Quick Printer. Excellent condition. Yeah, Gamer's Grotto said the same thing. Blake Rice sound like a bot. The Radio Shack Quick Printer. Excellent condition, $400. Includes paper interface cable. The same phone number as the magazine, I think. Wanted. Back issues of Creative Computing, Byte, Personal Computing, any other computer-related publication. Send list, along with prices, to Mike Johnston. I think this is the guy. Care of ASCII. P.O. Box 516. Valley Stream, New York, 11582. So basically this guy put in 2 ads. I wonder if there's any other ads aside from this. I agree. I think that Blake Rice is a bot. Gamer's Grotto says, pretty sure how much is due to his tagging nonsense that he's a bot. I think he's a bot also. That would not surprise me at all, actually. Blake Rice, Gamer's Grotto is deleting Blake Rice, it looks like. I mean, I want to give him a chance to explain himself in terms of, like, are you tied him out all right? I wanted to give him a chance to say, like, no, I'm not a bot, here's my proof, but, like, that's fine, you can tie him out. Always just hashtag justice for Blake Rice. Alright, we're not going to read this. A basically helpful hint, part 2 graphics. Alright, this is some kind of graphics instruction. Not doing this at all. Press spacebar to see the next exciting part of the ASCII newsletter. I feel like that's definitely some kind of incorrect advertising to say the next exciting part. Did you see what he said? when he asked if he was a bot. He said something like, no bots allowed here, or something like that. It definitely seemed like he was a... That response made it seem more like he was a bot, I agree. Yeah, his response is so robotic. I agree. I mean, if he is a bot, like, I just sort of wonder, like why? Like, why is he here? Like, who put a bot here and why? Like, what's the end game for that? It's just very strange. Unless Jim Leonard did it, just to mess around with us. Stars Manny says, I strangely really like this newsletter. You know what? Like, I've been a bot his entire time. I'm annoyed about that chroma set thing, but, like, I already had all the tapes, so it's not the end of the world. But still, like, it pisses me off this time of year that I can't win a freaking auction of any kind. If I bid, like, a $10,000, I'll still lose it. It won't make a difference. I feel like a guy goes to, like, snipe it, he puts, like, one, and puts, like, many zeros he can put in, and just whatever. It's like, I don't care, whatever it is, let it ride. Not here, they randomly enter live streams. I used to enter... Well, this bot, if he's a bot, he wasn't trying to sell... He didn't try to sell anything yet. But I agree, like, everything he was saying, he was trying to respond to, like, 50 people in one line. He wrote, like, at Gamers Grotto this, at Stars Manny that, and Always Sleep this. It was really weird. Yeah, who reviewed my channel? You still didn't tell me about that. That was a pretty chill bot if it was. Stu won't find out soon enough because you don't tell Stu nothing. Jesus. ASCII Newsletter Part 3. Say goodbye to Model 1. An end of an era. Radio Shack closed production lines on the successful Model 1. ASCII is here as much as the story that we could piece together. Their editing is horrible. Radio Shack did not do this by their own choice. They had to. The Model 1 exceeded radiation emissions allowances, spelled wrong. Many people are wondering how this stop will affect, also spelled, no, it's not right, the current Model 1 owner. In reference to if I bought this newsletter, by the way, I would never subscribe to it. If I had, like, a single copy, I would just be like, you guys can't even freaking write English? Like, go, whatever. Many people have been wondering how this stop will affect the current Model 1 owner. Reference to repairs, Radio Shack is compelled by warranties and other guarantees to repair the machines they built for at least 7 years, the statute of limitations. Those owners who rely upon software should not worry. Due, spelled really, really wrong, to the 200,000 TRS-80 Model 1 owners, it is unlikely that Radio Shack or any other software dealers would stop selling programs. This includes ASCII. This is, Gamers Grotto, this is not by Radio Shack. This magazine is not by Radio Shack. But the guy probably got the information from the Radio Shack newsletter. Yeah, I remember the radio emission stuff also, Stars Manny. The Model 1 took a dual purpose in the computer world. The small businessman became a major consumer, and so did the hobbyist. That's not how you spell hobbyist. Is it? I don't think so. Radio Shack, realizing these characteristics, tried to fill these gaps. They did this admirably. The new Model 3 serves the business community, and the color computer would be for someone looking for entertainment through his computer. Both these computers are more fit for their specific purpose than the one Model 1. As a result of these innovations, the loss of the Model 1 can pass with less of a loss to those who are involved with computers. The Model 1 is definitely a computer that left its mark. It is the computer that took the mystery out of computers. It was the first computer anyone could buy. That's not true. The passing of this machine should not go without notice. Its importance will not fade with time. You may know that 8 bits make a byte, but did you know that 4 bits make a nibble? I didn't know that. I think it's spelled with a Y, though. Nybble. Computer log. Man is always counting on that's capstone, sorry, tomato. Man is always counting on his fingers and trying to keep track of his numbers with figures. Man wanted a better, quicker, and easier way of keeping track of his numbers. This series explains the story of how man found this way in the modern computer. In our last episode, Lady Byron was lying in her boudoir while Lord Jeremy just came in. No, I'm just kidding. Lady Byron had just discovered the binary system arithmetic. We will now discuss the importance and implications of this system. Really? I don't really want to do that. I think he's referring to the Hobbits. Which was referring to the Hobbits? The binary system is by far the most important system in the computer world. I'm not reading this. Boring. Boring. The ASCII subscription drive continues. If you can get a friend to buy a full year of ASCII, we'll extend your subscription by one great ASCII month of typos. Next month at ASCII, February is the big entrepreneur extravaganza, and it will be nuclear. A strategy game where business savvy is king. Stock market, Wall Street's excitement brought home. I'm sure that's going to be great. Snack bar, sell them while they're hot, while you can. Trade route, put use shipping knowledge to the test. There's much, much more. Intricate cover design, and of course, the ASCII newsletter. See you then. This is horrible. Yeah, Always Sleep says, what is this, a poor man's sealed magazine? I'm pretty sure it is. All these games are basically just like repackaged, public domain games, basically. But there's one more program, though, the Unscrambler thing, so let's do that. Not the Unscrambler, it's called the Scrambler. I'm not reading this. No, I wasn't going to read the instruction about binary, but I did read the ad. The ad was more interesting than that. Damn it. You know what? It used to be like if I wanted to buy something, I could buy it. But now every day, all the time, there's always some other people that want it. I can't win. I cannot win. I gotta be devious. I gotta like steal things. I wouldn't do that, of course. I did get this that I'm quite happy about. Invasion Orion for TRS-80. It's like the first version, which is not documented online anywhere. So I'm pretty happy about that. So occasionally I do manage to get something through some other means, but or luck. It's a lot of luck. There's no such thing as luck, really. I mean, I'm like a religious guy to some extent, so God is favorable to me for whatever reason. I wonder where the probes rejected by ASCII magazine ended up. I mean, I think ASCII magazine just took them out of the garbage to begin with, so they probably just ended up back in the garbage, is my guess. Louise says, imagine being a kid in the 80s and your dad buying these games, then you realize you can play outside in the cold winter. Then you realize you can like set fires outside to your neighbor's property. I think this is the Scrambler. The Scrambler. Oh, some nice faces. At least there's someone tried here. There's some effort made on this one. Is there any noise or something? I'm assuming not, but was there any sound just now? Would you like instructions? Ever since home computers came out, people have been searching for programs that combine education with fun. Well, Scrambler fits that description perfectly. Scrambler is a word game where the computer gives you a scrambled word that you try to unscramble. Guess it. What's great is while you're having fun de-scrambling words, you're also practicing logic, spelling, and above all, patience. The game begins with the computer asking you what difficulty you would like, from hard to easy. The only difference this input makes is it limits your number of guesses, or turns. Hit enter, computer tells all. For example, if you enter a difficulty of 2, you'll have a limit of 4 guesses. Actually, the number of guesses is the difficulty you enter times 2. Once you get that out of the way, your good old TRS-80 will give you a scrambled word on the screen. You'll then input your guess. The computer will tell you if you have it right or if you have it wrong. The computer will tell you how many letters you got, if any, in the correct respective places of the true word. Hit enter for more exciting instructions. So far, no typos in this one. As the game goes on, you'll receive... I spoke too soon. I bet you this guy actually spelled it right, but then the editor was like, oh wait, he spelled receive wrong, let me fix it to the right way to spell it. As the game goes on, you'll receive a summary with each turn to help you figure out the mysterious word your computer has deep within its RAM. But if you're out of guesses, you surpass your limit, the computer will inform you of the words you missed. Win or lose, the computer will require an input at the end of each round, see if you'd like to play another time or not. If you do, you get another word as in the beginning. But if you decide not to play another round, the TRS-80 will show you your final score. Enter for your final inspiring message. Final inspiring message. A good strategy in the game is just rearrange the letters any sort of way and logically work it out. Kind of like Mastermind. If you always try to get it in one turn, it spoils the game. Does it? Hope you get a lot of fun education of Scramblers. It's made just for that purpose. Smiley says, hit enter to begin. Luis, Grotto is basically trying to avoid telling me what he hinted to like almost a week ago already. Always says, eat shit, Smiley. Would you? Okay, let's make 2. I don't know. Scrambling. The world scrambled up is Neuro Age. Anybody know what that is? Smiley's related to Clippy, yeah, maybe. So I guess if you don't know, just write anything, like write Neuro Age. You had 3 letters in the right place. What is it? But it doesn't tell me which 3, so how is that helpful? I mean, it's a little bit helpful, I guess, but... What? Height, enter, Foz, next guess? That was not really a good strategy. Game of the year right here. What the hell is this? It's not good, but I do want to know what it is. Orange. Oh, nice! Gamer's Grotto. That's right, you had it in 2 guesses. That's great. Gamer's Grotto, good job. Oh, Stars Manny said it too. I didn't see. Sorry, let's try another one. So far, this is the best game on the list. The word scrambled is Nunco. You all said it like Stars Manny said it first. What the hell is this? Unknown. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Good job, Luis. Let's go. This one I know. Miracle. Don't ask me. I got the brain fog today. I'll try maybe 2 more times. Sot lip. I'm not good at this, apparently. Pistol. She plays with pizza and shots, and then pistol comes up. And this is the best game, by the way. It's a stupid game. Oh, you pilots, but it was pistol. Indoped. What is this? Piss lips. Pointed. By the way, this is the best game so far. This is the best game. I mean, that's messed up. You total of 5 guesses right, and 1 guess is wrong. That's 83%, which is good in my book. I only got 1 guess wrong because you told me to use that strategy, stupid game. We should play as a pizza. Yeah, this is the best game. This is okay. They were all bad, but this is like very simple. But at least it was entertaining for 5 minutes. The other ones all were total shit. All right. So that's the whole issue of ASCII magazine. What I'll do now is some bonus content. Is I'll show you this disc that I found. Hang on. What are you guys saying? If you really redeemed yourself, I'll change my thumbs down to thumbs up. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Alright, let's put this thing in the window here. Alright. So I found this disc that has a bunch of files on it, and it looks like it's from something related to Sierra, and there's a couple of executables on the disk and some source code. There's a program called Test 2 which does nothing apparently, but the program Test 1 does something. Oops, I meant to do that. So what it does is it prints a question mark. Now, apparently, if you type a number from 1 to 15, and 1 does nothing, it'll show you a picture. Here's 2. Now what this is a screen from the IBM version of the game Troll's Tale that was written by Al Lowe. The IBM version was not written by Al Lowe, but the original game for the Apple II was written by Al Lowe. It's not The Hobbit, but I see why you might think it's The Hobbit. It's Troll's Tale, actually. It's a game that Al Lowe wrote for, I think it was called Sunnyside Software, or maybe actually that's not true. Maybe this game was only for Sierra. Is that a Pong? It's supposed to be a flashlight. This looks like exactly what the graphics look like in the final game, except the colors are different. Like, the mountains you see here are purple. The actual game, the mountains are black, I think. Is that poo on the road? No, it's not poo on the road. It's basically, this is a development disc with some source code in it, and also some like a test program so you could see the pictures. And I guess somebody was using this to edit the pictures. Here's like a tree with like a sign on it. Flashlight. Come on, man. This looks like a gravestone, but it's not. It's supposed to be like it says a stone tablet or something in the game. But basically, this looks like the game looks, the final game looks, but again, some of the colors are just different. Another tree. I don't know why this part of the tree is blue. So again, the colors were off here. This is literally just solid blue background. So I don't know what the hell that is. This is nothing. So this is like inside the cave now. When you go inside the cave, there's like a fork in the road. You can go to the right. This is the right. There's some area with like a table where there's like 3 orbs or something like that. Looks like 3 lollipops. 10 is nothing. So this is like, they're obviously just started doing those graphics and they weren't finished yet. Some of them are not, you know, the colors, maybe the graphics aren't completely finished either, I'm not sure. I didn't like compare every single one to the actual game. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Like a chest of jewels. It looks like the graphic is cut off or something. So that looks like sort of like a woman. Hold on, let me go back for a second. This is the other side if you go to the left. Doesn't the cave look sort of like a woman, like like this is her left arm. This is like the right side of her body. Is it just me that sees that? The cave got me acting up. That's interesting. Yeah, like her head is cut off. Imagine her head would be right on top here, off the screen. You don't see it, Luis? Always Asleep sees it. 14 is nothing. So yeah, so that's basically it. Anything above 615 causes it to crash because there's nothing else there. So that crashed it. It won't take any further input after that. But I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know what you guys think it's cool or not, but Jim definitely thought it was cool. But there's some good source code there, and also, like I said, some of these are probably like pictures from before, earlier versions of the pictures. I should check that out. But anyway, that's something I'm doing on the side, but that might be it for today. I think that's going to be it. I'm going to play this streaming again tomorrow, I think. I do want to play that Dare to Dream game again. Maybe with the Gamer's Grotto if he's available. He thinks I'm crazy for wanting to play it again, and I probably am. But I do want to play it again. It was made by Cliffy B, and it's supposed to be... I was going to say it's supposed to be a good game. That's not true. It's classic, though. And I do want to try it out, so that might be tomorrow. I ordered a physical copy of Amerizone, by the way, Gamer's Grotto for the PS5. It'll probably take like a week or so to get here. I ordered from Australia. They do make it in the US, but the version that they have for overseas has the extra stuff that you're talking about, and the US version is just the straight up disc, and that's it. So I ordered an overseas version. I could have gotten it from the UK also, but the one I found cheaper was from Australia. Well, anyway, guys, if you're still here, give me a like. There's only 3 likes on this video right now, so like, do a guy a favor and give him a like. But thank you to Stars Manny, to Jim Leonard, to the Retro Engine, to Tsar Tomato, to Always Asleep, to Lewis, to the Gamer's Grotto, to Blake Rice, the bot, the alleged presumed bot, and did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. But if I did, sorry about that. Thanks to everyone who was here. I was just thank you, Blake Rice. Stars Manny says ASCII magazine gets 6 out of 10 for me. You know what? I think it gets a 6 out of 10 for effort, maybe, but like, in terms of actual quality, it's like a 3 or 2, maybe a 1. I think 2 is probably the best rating, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think for watching this after the fact. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And if anybody has any more issues of ASCII magazine, please let me know, whether they're digital or not, because, like I said, I don't think it's available online anywhere. Alright, guys, thanks very much. Talk to y'all soon. Have a great evening, everybody, and peace out. Bye now.